Everyone wants to be a rock star. The bitches, the fame, the fortune, the money, the bitches, the parties, the drugs, the cars, the mansion, the vacation, the bitches, and a different city every night. I can't help but wonder when I'm sitting in an audience why I'm in the audience and not on stage. And well, the answer's pretty easy. It's because I don't have a talent. So I decided to learn guitar in 7 days. And this is day 1. Alright, so I've decided to pick up guitar. This is the first day. I have given myself the goal that at the end of 7 days, I have to be able to know how to play guitar. That guitar. And the way that I'm doing this is I'm going to force myself to get as stressed as possible and give myself the deadline of Wednesday. So today is actually Thursday to Wednesday, and in reality it's only 6 days. I have to learn guitar in 6 days. That's my goal. Whether I learn guitar or I don't, I have to go on stage, whether I know a song or not. This is the first time. Just take it easy on me. So my goal is to at least know one song. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I spent the first day glued to YouTube tutorials, just trying to learn the chords for, well, Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. This happened to be, well, something I Google searched, and it's one of the easiest songs to learn on guitar. So I ended up just sticking with this song, and I was like, this is going to be the song that I'm going to learn at the end of these 6 days. I learned how to tune my guitar within the first day on an app I use with my phone. And I still, to this day, can't just, tune my guitar just by listening to it. I don't know if anybody can, honestly. After watching enough tutorials on repeat of Knocking on Heaven's Door, I began to remember the shapes of the chords that I needed to play, and I don't know the names of them. I didn't learn the names of them immediately. I know them now after just playing it enough. I was trying to learn the strumming pattern, but in reality it was too much to learn in one day.
The strumming pattern is down, 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 up.
And I don't want you to get discouraged by thinking it's supposed to just sound good right off the bat. It's not going to sound good. Literally the first day, my guitar just sounded horrible. By no means did it sound like the end of the day I was playing a song. It just sounded like I had no idea what I was doing, just strumming the chords. But I knew that I was learning the right chords, so that's really what mattered. Day 2, I hit a wall. I mean, I woke up and started playing guitar, and my fingers just hurt so bad. It felt like somebody sandpapered the tips of my fingers off, and it kind of stopped me from learning as much as I possibly could in one day. In that day, having your fingers hurt so bad made it sound worse because I wasn't able to apply as much pressure on particular strings that I wanted to make it sound good because my fingers just were in so much pain. And I really didn't even learn anything, honestly, the second day. It was just kind of a repeat of the first. So it didn't sound good. Honestly, I went probably backwards, but I probably learned how to switch chords slightly faster just because I was doing it more and more. I will say it was super nice. My friend actually gifted me a guitar strap on day 2, and this kind of came in handy, the next day. I threw my guitar over my shoulder on day 3, and, I went hiking. Believe it or not, I was hiking and playing guitar all the way up this mountain, and I thought I would be alone, which I kind of was, and I sat down on a rock, and I just played for literally minimum 3 hours that day. I just sat up there and played guitar for maybe 5 hours straight. And by the end of me walking back, I felt like I actually knew what I was doing. I felt like my strumming pattern wasn't too bad. Felt like my switching from chords to chords wasn't awful. My fingers hurt, but after a while you kind of just get numb to it. Like I just forced myself to just not feel the pain of my fingers that day anymore, because I was just like, well, I already hiked up here, I'm not gonna not play. And I played forever, and people would hike up on the trail and I didn't know that they were behind me. So it kind of pushed my anxiety down a little bit, because I started playing in front of people and I might mess up or whatever, and then realize somebody's behind me listening to me playing guitar and be like, oh, it sounds pretty good. And I'd be like, whoa, I didn't know you were there. And I guess it's good to break through that anxiety of playing in front of people, because I knew on day 6 I was gonna have to do it anyways. And honestly, day 4, I barely even played. I honestly just played out of the necessity of just making sure that I didn't forget anything I learned the day before. Maybe for like 15 or 20 minutes. That's just all I had available that day. And maybe it gave my fingers some time to rest. I honestly found it a little bit important to realize, well, my fingers were throbbing like this whole time. So if you don't give your fingers, or like, some time to rest, it's not gonna be, you're not gonna be making progress. It felt honestly counterproductive when your fingers hurt so bad. On day 5, I figured I would repeat the day, that I had the most progress. So I just decided to throw my strap on my shoulder again, start hiking, and sit on top of a mountain and play some more for multiple hours. And I felt like I kind of mastered I don't want to say mastered, because strumming pattern was not perfect, and it probably still isn't to this day, but it felt like I was listening to the song that I was trying to play. I literally thought it sounded like Knocking on Heaven's Door, which I was like, okay, that's pretty good. But it was day 5, so I knew day 6 on Wednesday, I had to perform it. And I didn't know the lyrics yet. On day 6, I ended up trying to memorize all the lyrics to the song that morning before I performed. And it wasn't too hard. It was just hard, I guess. It was kind of hard trying to strum and sing at the same time. You wouldn't actually believe how hard it is to multitask that, because, well, people do it constantly. But I ended up that whole day learning the lyrics and just playing to me playing the guitar. I sang and played to the guitar, and I don't think it was perfect, but it was good enough, because I knew that I was going to have to go perform in that open mic that night.
Are you guys in? Alright, so
The open mic came and I started performing that night. I'm not going to lie to you, it was not good.
up for Isaac! Woo!
Honestly, it was horrible. I messed up a few times and embarrassed myself in front of plenty of people.
Hello, everyone. This is my first time in front of everyone. I told myself last Thursday I would pick up a guitar and learn. So this is day 6. So I told myself I'd have to perform. So that way I had to pick up my guitar, because otherwise I just would never play. So this is the first time. Just take it easy on me. I'm looking at you over there, heckler. No, I'm kidding. All right, so yeah, just take it easy on me. I'm sorry if I hurt your ears. So.
You got it, friend.
Thank you. All right.
You got it, friends and us.
It's getting dark, too dark.
I will say it was still cool to know that, well, in 6 days I was able to force myself to learn a song and perform it. And it by no means was it good and perfect, but it did make me feel good when I stepped off stage and I heard people saying, wow, that's really good for 6 days of only playing guitar. That made me feel like, well, anybody can do it. Like, if I was able to just learn guitar by barely or like rarely playing for a few hours a day and having a full-time job, well, like, anybody could do it. The moral of the story is, if you want to pick up an instrument, just put in the time and you're going to know how to do it. And that's just all there is.
How do you feel?